Well, welcome everyone to our Black Hat interview series. It's really nice to be here in the pool area.
It is.
Conducting some interviews. I'm here with Ofer Maor. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Yes. He's the Director of Solutions Management for Synopsys. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to start, Ofer, and talk about what problems you solve. And I know you have many different products and a kind of a suite of solutions for customers, but what are some of the problems that you're solving for customers today?
So we've built in Synopsys a comprehensive portfolio for anything that our customers may need around their software security. So it goes all the way from the top, helping with their program management, helping them build the processes, and down to different tools and managed services that we can help them with. So anything like dynamic analysis and static analysis and open source analysis. So pretty much everything in this space. So basically help.
So those are the three areas, right? So you've got a dynamic analysis tool, you've got a static source code analysis tool, and then you've got the open source component, which I love, where you can kind of scour out and look at my open source libraries that I'm using and tell me about vulnerabilities or licensing issues, right? And that was through acquisition, of course.
Yeah, and so the way we see it, right, when you build your software, there's your proprietary code, which you need to test, of course, to find the vulnerabilities your developers are creating. And then there's all the open source you're using, which you need to see that you don't bring anything bad.
Right.
And then you put it all together and you want to see how it runs. And that's where the dynamic analysis comes into play. So basically, through the different types of technologies, we're able to help our customers throughout the entire life cycle in creating code that's more secure and to do this more efficiently.
And I think some of your differentiators lie in the integrations between those, and you said you had an announcement around that. What is that about?
Yeah, so here in Black Hat, we're launching the new version of Seeker. Seeker is our IaaS technology, interactive application security testing, which is basically a new type of dynamic analysis. And the way IaaS works is that we do analysis of your code in runtime, in memory. Think of it maybe a little bit like an automatic debugger, and we can see how the code is really executed. And IaaS really makes a differentiation because it can help you see how the application is running, but at the same time point the developers right back to the line of code where the problem is. And it's a great fit for CI/CD and DevOps with rapid software development.
And how is that deployed? Is it like an agent? Is it like a hook into a library, or?
Yeah, it's basically an agent that hooks into the runtime environment, if it's your Java or .NET application, and communicates back with a centralized server that you can have either on-premise or in the cloud. It's very lightweight, and one of the cool things that we have with this new release, we've made it even easier for customers to start adopting that. They just don't feel it. You put the agent there, and everything happens in the background. The analysis is done completely in the background. Your developers can just keep on working. Your testing can keep on working.
Do they have to compile that into the source code, or is it?
No. No compilation whatsoever. It's
awesome.
Super easy, super lightweight. And basically, it integrates into their test environment or test server in their CI/CD environment. So they write some code, they check it in, it gets compiled, it gets tested, and while it's tested with their Selenium or whatever test automation or manual testing, they just start getting results in.
That's great. And so tell me about the deployment for like the static analysis tool. Is that in the developer's IDE? Is it binary analysis? Is it at compile time, or do you have an option?
So we have options. So we do a lot of compile time analysis for the static analysis.
Yep.
And then we have an IDE plugin where you can see the results in the developer IDE. We also have technology for just-in-time analysis in the IDE that gives you sort of a spell checker kind of experience where the developer writes code and within seconds things start to appear.
Sure. That can be kind of annoying to some developers depending on how it's implemented, but I like that they have the option to do it at different stages, because sometimes different development groups will be like, oh, I really like that in my IDE. Then other developers are like, no, I really don't like that, but then you have an option for that style as well.
Yeah, but you know, as we see customers moving to faster and faster development life cycles, the earlier you get it in, the better. And also in this life cycle, developers have a very specific cadence of working. They create stuff, they build it, create, build. They don't want to go outside of their work environment, and so getting it in their IDE is really helpful.
Sure. Now, what about the open source? Are you integrating with like where does that integrate to be able to identify open source libraries? Is that when they check it into their source code repository system?
So again, we have it in different places. We actually even have a browser plugin that while they're searching for open source can already give them information.
I love that. That's awesome.
Because, it's kind of bumming if you do all the work, and then somebody tells you, oh, look, it's a bad library.
That's like a shift left. That's great. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And so the announcement is around your IaaS capabilities today at Black Hat. Was there anything else you wanted to let our audience know that's happening here at Black Hat or future announcements?
So we, right now, the focus is on the Seeker product and our IaaS technology. We really upped the ease of use for that and how that integrates into your workflow.
Yep.
And we're going to have some more announcements coming later this year, but
nice. And so the major differentiators between you and the competition in all these various categories sounds like it's ease of deployment and ease of use is really what you're focusing on. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, ease of deployment, ease of use, and then accuracy. So one of the things you see with technologies in our space is that they tend to have false positives.
Yes.
And if you start hammering your developers with false positives, you lose trust. They don't want to work with you.
Yep.
And so we created a very unique technology within Seeker, active verification, where every vulnerability that we see, we actually create a little proof of concept exploit and drive it automatically on the application.
Yep.
And then we analyze whether the code is indeed behaving in a vulnerable manner. And with that, we're able to tell you, look, this looked like a vulnerability, and it really is a vulnerability, whereas this looked like a vulnerability, but we've determined it's not vulnerable because there is some compensating control there.
Right. That's important. That's awesome. Now, if folks want to try out some of these tools, do they need to schedule a demo, or there's some that you let people try on their own? Like, how do they get their hands on it?
No, we schedule a demo. We like to meet the customers and understand what their needs are, because we have a wide range of solutions, and there isn't one solution that's good for everything.
Sure.
So we sit with the customers, we hear them out, we see what their problems are, and then we figure out what's the best path for them to go. If it's one solution or multiple solutions. Sometimes we see customers that need more help with resources, so they'll use our managed services platforms.
Oh, okay. So you have a managed services that can help organizations implement all the tools we just spoke about?
Yeah. So we have managed services. So we have professional services that can help them implement the tools. We also have managed services where we do the work for them. So basically, we have static analysis and dynamic analysis and mobile application testing, everything done as a managed service. And you basically say what you need, and you get a quote, and that gets done for you. And we actually have something called 3D testing, which means you can get any type of test. It's like a testing stream. You pay in advance for a year of testing stream, and then you just use it for whatever you need.
Oh, I see. So like an ad hoc. I would say, I've got this application, it's done, it's ready for testing.
Yeah.
Test this one, and then maybe a month later, I got a new version of that or a completely different project, and I want that tested.
Yeah,
right?
and you can choose if you want a deep test or a lightweight test, anything you want. It's any type of test, any type of application, at any depth level. Just use this stream the way you need it across the year. And it really helps the customers because they have a good knowledge in advance on how much they're going to spend on this.
Right.
Because it's,
yeah.
And then over the year, they can prioritize what they want to use it for.
Fantastic. Ofer, thank you so much for sharing all of that with our Security Weekly audience.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this interview from Las Vegas. If you want to watch and learn more, go to securityweekly.com/summercamp18 or go to our YouTube channel, Security Weekly, to view the playlist.